Hi, and welcome to Edwards Motorhomes. I'm Andy, and today we're going to do a handover video for you on this Auto Trail V-Line 635 Sport. I hope you find it informative. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start on the outside of the van and we're going to work our way in. But the first thing I want to show you is this. So just here we have the handle for your bonnet release. If you need to get under the bonnet, just pull there. Next, we have your fuel filler and your AdBlue tank, and your fuel filler works off your ignition key. Then of course we have the habitation door just here. Your step switch, take your switch in and out, and again for your awning light, when we've got the 12 volts on, that will light up there. Fresh water tank just here, so again you just take that off, pop the hose in and fill it up. Then we have your underslung gas tank just here. So if you've never filled up an underslung gas tank before, it's very much like filling up with diesel or petrol. You just clip it on, you fill it up, release and take away. Now underneath the van, on the actual tank itself, you will find there's a switch, and that's to turn the tank on and off. You only really need to do it once, because you can then work from the isolator switches on the inside, because there's less than a metre between the tank and the isolator switch. Next thing, we obviously have your windows just here. Now something very important with this window. You must remember not to have that window open if you're opening this door. Otherwise, you'll end up with a rather nasty bill. As we come around the back of the vehicle, underneath, we will have your spare wheel. Reversing camera, just there. Boot release, just here. So in the boot, you'll see we've got access. So again, if you've got anything long that you need to pop through, you can drop that down from the inside. Golf clubs, that type of thing, you can push straight through. Over here, we have your gas barbecue point. And just here, you'll see a hole. The hole is so you can get to this handle. Now, the reason you may need to get to that is if you lost all power to the van and you need to get into your boot, you can get in from the back, release that handle. As long as somebody is also pressing on the outside, that will allow you into your boot. In here, we have your Desmo table leg, your table leg just there, and your levelling chocks. You've also got enough room in here so you can put your awning brace. Around this side, just here we have your fridge vents. Now, if you're using your fridge, you need to take these off, but they're what we call the winter covers. So if you're not using the van in the winter, or if you're not using the fridge freezer especially, keep these on. It stops spiders and insects getting in there and finding somewhere lovely and warm over the winter months. Underneath here, we have your wastewater tank and we have your freshwater tank drains just there. And here we have your cassette toilet. So with your habitation key, unlock from there and unclip. Now, when we're inside the van, I'll show you, but on the toilet there's a blade. If the blade is open, it will not allow you to take the cassette out, so you must make sure the blade is closed. And then you lift from here and release. Now, on every campsite, you'll find something called an Alson point, and that's where you'll actually dispose of your waste. To do that, unclip the handle here, just take that to the Alson point. When you get there, take the cap off. You'll see there's this orange button on the back just there. All you need to do is press the button, flush away, and that will allow air to come in so it doesn't glug all over the place. It'll flush away nicely. Once you've done that, flush through with the hose, pour away again. Add your new blue or green chemical directly into the cassette, not down your toilet. It's very strong stuff and it will stain. Once you've got that in there, pop that back in there, like so. Cassette toilet. Just here, we have your outdoor shower point. And here, of course, we have your electric hookup point. Let's take a look inside. So next we're going to come to your cab. So we're going to start off with your driver's door and we're going to work our way across. So on the door itself, we have your central locking button just here and your 2 cab windows just there. That's for your electric wing mirrors, and just underneath here you'll see these LEDs. Now they're for how much gas you've got in your gas system. Then of course we have your wash wipes, we have your indicators and headlights, your cruise control, your radio controls and your Bluetooth. Automatic gearbox just here. Here we have your tablet or your phone holder, so again you can pop your tablet or phone into there, charge it up through your USB or your 12-volt charger. Media center, which again just turns on from here. You have your home page, your navigation, your DAB. Nice easy system to use. Just knock that off for now. Cab air conditioning, heater and where your heat comes out of. Your ASR, that's your stability control program. Hazard warning lights, again you've got your lock or your unlock your doors just there, and your heated mirrors. Over here we have your cool box, and in here we have the USB for your media center. Now with your cool box, as long as you've got your cab air conditioning on, you can leave bar of chocolate, bottle of water in there, and it'll keep everything lovely and cool. Of course, glove box just underneath, and then we have your windows. Now with your window blinds, if you look just here, what you need to do is pull away, lift this up, and then that locks down into place. Again, when taking them back, just lock in. Now the one piece of advice I would give you is don't let kids play with these. They're very good, but they are very thin. They're very easily damaged. For your windscreen, you just literally pull up from the bottom and drop back down. Now with the seats are fully adjustable, and you'll see you have this catch just here. So to spin them, pull and spin round. Then on the side you have these 2 catches. Now the first one is to adjust the front of the seat, back one for the back of the seat, and it works like on a rocker system. So again, when you put your weight on there, you can move it backwards and forwards. You have the wheel just here for your backrests, and of course the wheels on the armrests, so you can adjust your armrests. And there we have your cab. Okay, so now we have your 12-volt control panel and your heating and your hot water system. So with your 12-volt control panel, it literally turns on from this switch just here. That one is for your lights, and that one is for your awning light on the outside. That one is for your water pump, and this will give you your levels. So as you can see, your vehicle battery, your fresh and your wastewater tanks, select which battery you want, temperatures, adjust your time, and back round to the start. That one, when you're on there, will just take you through as well. Next we come to your heating system. So with your heating and your hot water, it's a gas and electric system. So to turn it on, just press there. Now with your heating, you'll see start off with, you've got your frost protection, which is just at 5 degrees. Press it up, you go onto your night mode, which is 16 degrees, and then by keep going up, it'll just keep increasing your temperature. Press this button here if you want it on gas, this one if you want it on electric. You'll see there are 3 dots. If you keep your finger on, you can take it up to which power you want, and literally that is your power, because at the bottom range on there you have 0.75 kilowatts, the middle one is 1.5 kilowatts, and the top one is 3 kilowatts. When it comes to your water, it's the same process. Press that one if you want it on gas, that one if you want it on electric, and if you want to go up the kilowatts. When you go up plus, again you've got your frost protection, just there is on eco. If you get the 3 lines, that's on full power. And there we have your heating. So next we're going to work on your kitchen, but there's something I want to show you first of all. So you'll see just here, if you take this grommet out, you can pop your pole in there, and then you put your coffee table on top. Now obviously one of the poles we've already seen that will fit on your Desmo table leg, so you can use that outside, which was in your garage. There's also another one in your wardrobe I'll show you in a second, also along with the smaller tabletop. Your larger tabletop, which you'd use in the lounge at the rear, is just here. And if you look just down below here, you'll actually see that we've got your fuses. Now it will tell you on there what those fuses are for. Also, of course, we have more storage just here and here. 230-volt plug just there, another 230 there, and a 12-volt, and again an aerial just there as well. So then we come on to your kitchen. So with your kitchen, obviously you've got your sink just here. We have your extender for your work surface just there. Gas hobs just here, and your main oven underneath. Now if we have a look just in here, you'll see down here this switch is for your boiler if you're working your boiler on electric, and just at the back there we have your water pump. Cutlery drawer just here, extra storage. In this one, just on this side just here, you'll see you've got your gas isolator switches. So when we were talking before about obviously isolating your gas from underneath the van, you can just isolate it from there. Underneath here you'll see a yellow switch. That yellow switch is for your boiler drain. Underneath the oven, again, you've got good storage area just there. So when we're talking about your extra leg, that's just there, coffee table top just there, and your fire extinguisher. And then we come to your three-way fridge freezer. So your three-way fridge freezer, you turn on from there. Now we're plugged into the mains at the moment, so that's actually going to be fine on electric. But if you were just running off the gas, you'd press that button there and it will run on gas. I'm going to flick it off that because it's not going to like it because we're not on gas at the moment. And that one there is battery. Now the one that usually confuses people is battery, because you would assume that means you're working off your leisure battery, but you're not. You're actually working off your vehicle battery. So what you must make sure is, if you're running on electric, before you obviously leave the site, you'll be unplugging that. If you then want to run off battery, you must have the engine running before you put it onto battery, otherwise it will just come up with a fault code. And of course, that button there will just give you your temperature. If you do something wrong, the warning light will just come on there. To get into your fridge, just press down there, and there you go. And of course, the freezer compartment is removable. So when we were on the outside of the van, we were talking about your cassette toilet and the blade. Now, the first thing to tell you, of course, is that the toilet seat is all fully adjustable, so again, you can get in the most comfortable position. But when you look on top, you'll see the blade is closed, which allowed us to take the cassette out. Now, underneath there is a grey handle just here. If I pull that towards me, you'll see that the toilet bowl is now open. That means you can't take your cassette out, but you can use your toilet. Again, don't put your chemicals down the toilet. They are very strong and they will stain it. The only reason you actually want the cassette or the blade open is if you're using the toilet. Apart from that, keep it closed. Just here we have your electric flush. So again, for that to work, you must have your water pump on. And if your cassette is full, it'll just light up just there. So just here we have your storage, and underneath we have your sink. Something that is very important is obviously you need to bring your shower curtain round when you're having a shower. Again, when you're having a shower, same as if you're using the sink, same as flushing the toilet, you must have your water pump on, and that just works like a normal shower, just from here. So your bed makeup is very simple. Now, depending on how tall you are, you can obviously remove these back cushions and use them as two singles, or if you're using it as the transverse bed, lift up just here. Underneath, you'll find that you've got these two bars. And what you do with those, lift up here and here, and you just lock them into place. Like so. Same at the rear. Now with the next part, some people will flip over these cushions because they're flatter on the other side, a little bit more comfortable, and obviously you'll get a bit more wear. Some other people may put mattress toppers on. But all you really need to do is you slide over those two pieces there, pull these out to the centre, your backrests go down the back, and hey presto, your bed. So here we have your solar controller. Now you'll see just here, if you have it on number 1, it means it's charging up your vehicle battery. Number 2, it'll charge your leisure battery. It's in the centre, it's charging nothing at all. Over here we have your booster for your TV signal. Now you can have it between maximum and minimum boost. In all fairness, I've never known anybody use minimum boost, but if you'd like to, that's entirely up to you. And of course you can turn it off standby by pressing this switch. Here of course we have the TV. Now with your TV, because it's a normal TV aerial, it will depend on where you are whether you need to retune. So when you go to a new area, you'll need to retune in. There's a grey button on the side here. Once you've turned that on, you'll see you've got this red light. If we hit the standby button there, that will turn blue. Your TV will come on. Now it's obviously been tuned in for here. Press the red switch and it will turn it off. Well, we're talking electrics as well. Of course, you've got your microwave just here. Now that will only work on 230 volts, and you must remember to plug it in first. So here we have your Sergeant control panel and your leisure battery. So with your Sergeant control panel, this black switch here, that will knock on all your power or knock off all your power. Your heater for your electric just on there, and your charger just there. Here we have your trip switches, and underneath here of course we have your extra fuses, and all this is situated under the bench seat on the driver's side at the rear. So next we're going to come to your windows, your blinds and your fly screens. So with your windows, you can see you have these catches just here. Now you press the buttons in, pop that open, push out, and you have these locks just on the side. To bring them back in, loosen off, pop them on. Now I can't emphasize enough the fact that you cannot leave any of these windows and skylights open when you're traveling. They're very good, but they are plastic. If they catch the wind, they'll be gone. So here we have your blinds. At the top we have your fly screens. Same on your skylights just here. Again, press the button, lift it up. Here we have your blind. Here we have your fly screen. Again, when you're traveling, lock that off. I know I've already said it on the outside of the van, but I will repeat again, this window. Be very careful. If you open your sliding door when that's open, you will end up cracking it and damaging. So next we have your awning. So the first thing I want to show you is your awning brace. Now, the awning brace is fully adjustable. So you unscrew from here and you just pull it out to the size you need it to be. Then just make sure you tighten it up. Now you'll notice on the end you have these 2 prongs. And what you do with that, they just lock in here and then you wind. Now it is very important to make sure that your habitation door is closed, because the last thing you want is your awning sitting on top of the door. Now the manufacturers will tell you that really you only want to bring your awning out to about halfway before you start putting your legs down and then winding it out from there. So we'll take it to this point. So inside you'll see we have these 2 spring-loaded legs. So how that works is you just push and release. Do the same on the other side. And then you slide down. Now, when these are new, you'll find that these catches will be very stiff. So always use the palm of your hand and just push up just there. Same on the other side. So again, just lift, push up with the palm of your hand, and then of course you'll then want to take your awning further out on the legs, then adjust it to the right size. Something that's very important with awnings really is they are sunshades. If the wind gets bad or the rain gets bad, get them in. The last thing you want is that flying up and landing on your roof, cracking your solar panel or cracking your skylights. It's going to cost you a lot of money. So there we have your handover video on your Auto Trail V-Line 635 Sport. We really hope you found it informative. We do have other handover videos on our YouTube channel at Edwards Motorhomes if you'd like to see any of those as well. Thank you very much.